Well, it's been a very rough 2 months. We've had all our travel plans basically flushed down the toilet. Everything has fallen through, and lots of cars are ruining my audio right now. One thing that pulled through for us is this little guy. Nope, you don't care. Nope. We decided to finally get a Shetland sheepdog puppy. He is 8 weeks old, so we were originally looking around for breeders, and I started this process 2 months ago, right before we started having all of our issues with our Xterra. And the idea was that we were going to drive out there to Texas and pick him up at the breeder and drive him back home. But all of our plans kind of went to crap, and it became kind of a mystery as to how we were going to get him. But things managed to pull through, and pretty exciting stuff, and that is something for another video. And if you guys probably have seen Instagram or anything, I've probably dropped hints and you know what is going on. But yeah, things are starting to look up, and we are doing okay. But meanwhile, we are trying to raise a puppy, and it's getting pretty interesting. He's getting into everything, and he's a lot of fun and a big bundle of hyperness. Oh, he's hiding by my feet now. So we don't have him potty trained quite yet. He's slowly getting there. He's getting familiar with the lay of the property. He's kind of nervous at the outdoors, but he's doing really good today. This is really his first time playing out in the dirt for the most part. He did a little last night, but he's really content this morning. And yeah, he's slowly just kind of adjusting in and enjoying everything. Oh, and we're just sitting at my feet. Yeah, he kind of just zips back and forth between us. He's really comfortable with us, and he slowly gets comfortable with other people in the family. The real interesting thing is when he meets my parents' dog, Shema, he really just wants to play with her, and she just kind of wants nothing to do with him, so it's a little bit of a soap opera. But they'll slowly fit in and get along together just fine. So we learned the secret so far is to just really wear him out, and that way he just kind of crashes for like an hour and a half, and then when he wakes up, he's back to 100% again, and we just try and wear him out. And yeah, it's a little time consuming, but I guess that's just the life of owning a puppy. So we started this process about 2 months ago. We were looking for a dog. Originally, we settled on looking for an Australian Shepherd, something miniature, medium size, because we have a rooftop tent and I want to be able to lift them up and down the ladder. And just a medium-sized dog would be really easy to do that rather than a full-size dog, because lifting 80 pounds up and down a ladder just really isn't my idea of a vacation. So something medium-sized is what we were searching for. And there were plenty of miniature Australian Shepherds around in our area, even here in the state of New Mexico. There's lots of breeders everywhere. But eventually we settled on a Shetland sheepdog. And it turns out there were no breeders here in the state anywhere. And what we ended up doing was just start a search, just kind of a circular search pattern, looking at neighboring states and see what breeders were there. We looked in Arizona, we looked in Utah, we looked in Colorado, Oklahoma, Texas. And Texas honestly had the most breeders there. There were a few in the other states, but most that I reached out to told me that they had a waiting list and there was no guarantee anything would be available. And some weren't even taking any more on their waiting list because they had so many people already waiting. But I reached out to one breeder clear on the east side of Texas. It was really far away, but they had a litter coming up, and Taylor and I ended up getting pick of the litter. They had a litter of 4, 2 boys, 2 girls, and we settled on picking Kenzou. So we're really happy with our choice, and we're looking forward to raising this little pup and adding him to the crew on the family and taking him on lots of adventures while we go out and about and travel. And that honestly brings us to our second order of business here on this channel and how we go about traveling, because the Xterra is not fixed, which kind of sucks. But we have a plan, and I think you guys are gonna like it, and we're gonna talk about that in another video here soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little update vlog as to what's going on in our lives. I'm probably going to be doing a lot more vlogs and a little less travel video for the time being, just because we're going into the winter season and we just don't do a whole lot of things in the winter, just because it's really cold here in New Mexico, and seasons are actually starting to change. Fall colors are slowly starting to set in here. And, you know, air's getting chillier. It's now in the 70s this week for the first time. And I think we're even going to be going down into the 60s at some days here. But we're looking forward to it. Fall is one of my favorite seasons. And, yeah, just stay tuned for what's next on our YouTube channel, because there is some really exciting things happening here. And if you guys have been following us on Instagram, I haven't been posting there in a while, but I started posting again, and if you guys go and check out what's on there, I think you're gonna like what you see and where we're taking our adventures with us. So head on over there. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
He is determined to eat one of these chicken feathers.
Uh-oh,
Ow.
not the chicken feathers. We're slowly getting him potty trained, but, you know, one little small victory at a time.